right. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you. Paul Trani going to dive into what's new in design and creativity. So hopefully everybody is doing well. Feel free to say hello in chat. That would be fantastic. And thank you so much. Let's get some chill vibes going on in here. Yeah, so let's kind of do this. Welcome, everyone. There you are. Hello, Sam Peterson. Michelle, audio and video is good. All right, got the thumbs up. Hey, everyone. Vikram, Andreas. I see ya. Christine. Chris Olson's in the house. All right, so let's do this. As you can see right here, we have some fun work. So basically, is this... I might have to double check this schedule. Yeah, Grace Zoo. Yeah, all right. Fantasy character design with Grace Zoo. I don't know how to say her last name. I think it's actually Hugh, and I could be completely wrong. So again, I did not watch the stream. I've been busy on Mac stuff, so hopefully you are signed up for that and all of that. And then also there's Alex that has been doing designing a standout logo. So let's just kind of take a look. Again, this has been happening yesterday into today. We see Grace's work. Yeah, amazing. That's right. Here's, yeah, her work. I'm just kind of clicking through her book that I guess she's working on, which is pretty impressive. So along the lines of like Voodoo Val, just so impressive what Grace can do. This is amazing work. Right on, Vikram, what's up? Okay, let me know if you guys have questions. But again, I'm just kind of going through the schedule of what's happening on Adobe Live. Tell me you can't learn something from her. Look at how amazing this work is. Creative-wise, technical ability is just amazing. So yeah, I mean, not only just people, hey, look at these lovely landscapes. Look at that. Let's get the transparency of that dragon and the wings. So cool. Ah, so impressive. So again, pretty awesome. Check out Grace's. She's up in, I guess it would be 1 hour. So again, super cool what Grace can do. And then of course, Alex, you guys probably know Alex Lazarus is creating a, let's actually click right here. We Are Lazarus, does a lot of branding, etc. And he's designing a standout racing logo. So that's today as well. You can see some of his work. I wonder if he did this on a live stream before, but we've had him live stream before. He's awesome. Yeah, so really into Alex's work. So yes, dragons and branding logos. Yeah, why not? Okay. Let's also take a look. Wednesday and Thursday really fast. Autumn photo editing for Instagram with Rachel Hanna. All right. And again, you should see her work. Her whole style is very autumn-like, so I'm glad we got her this time of year. And then we have editing a recipe video for Instagram, so with Jessica Hirsch. So basically it's all about Instagram this week, which will lead me into my first story, but not yet. So just to show you, of course, we just click over here. We can still see Rachel's work. Again, gorgeous work, right? Look at this. You would think using muted tones might not be a good idea, but you can see how these are very fall-like and just gorgeous, right? I just love it how everybody has a particular style. I'm totally into it. So, and again, especially this week, we try to have something for everyone. This week is definitely the case. So, yeah, super cool that we have, oh, look at this. Hannah with us this week as well. So this is Wednesday and Thursday. Ooh, Alex nailed it yesterday. Good to hear, Sean. Ah, I knew he would. Again, pet portraits, brands, so good. Love Rachel's work, and you get the idea. All right. And then editing a recipe video for Instagram with Jessica. If you take a look at Jessica's work, in fact, let's actually jump out to her Instagram, right? She does a lot of sort of food, Epicurean style. Yeah, she only has like, excuse me, 490K followers, which is amazing, right? But you can see her content and some of her videos. We'll see that play right here. again, editing these videos together. I don't know who eats a cake like that, but I'm not hating. That looks gorgeous. So yeah, you're great at baking and cooking and video editing and social media. So Cheat Day Eats is where you can find her stuff. Super cool. Yeah, I would never turn down a pie either. Alrighty, so this is very much like summertime vibes is what I'm getting here. Super cool. Yeah, Jessica's work. Oh yeah, I'm getting hungry looking at this. I better stop. I haven't had breakfast yet. All right. Yeah, happy, excuse me, happy Tuesday to everybody. That's what we have for our guests this week, which will be super fun. But let's go ahead and jump into the news. Our news announcements this week. Welcome back, everybody. Of course, the big news in technology is the fact that half of social media was down. So we're talking WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram, basically due to obviously some networking issues. So I consider that like a good thing because you know what? We could also use a little less social media sometimes. So again, that's hardly news. You probably realized it if you're watching this, right? Okay, let's move on again, just so you're covered. Yeah, Kyle will always talk about new brushes. There's also, excuse me, London Design Festival. So this is just kind of to promote London, but I think it's cool just going to the website and checking out what London has to offer. If you happen to live in London, hey, you're super lucky. So there's exhibitions around town, and then there's also talks as well, and you can find that all right here. So I'll just copy this and paste this into chat. I also want to say hello to Juan and Helen and Michael out there on Facebook. Yeah, I get lots of calls for an animation live stream, so I actually might do another, yeah, I haven't decided, but I'll try to fit it in this Friday if I could. All right, so London Design Festival, as you can see, I don't know if we have anybody from London here, but yeah, you're so lucky to live in such a cool place, right? All right, let's take a look at this next news story that we have. We have this lovely short film shot on the iPhone called Float. So I don't know if you guys caught this last week, right? Later on last week. But this is by Andre Laro, right down here. Actually, I'll change this. I'll post this, by the way. So, and again, he was an Adobe Creative resident, so he's like one of our peers. And it's so cool to see him create this short film that's getting a lot of press. So that's the short of it. You could also file this under New Creative as well. This is super cool, his short film called Float. So let's just switch over. Again, I'm not going to play the whole thing, right? That's why you're supposed to go to his website. But again, so well done, and I'm super proud of Andre. So, all right. Not talking about London, Ontario. I don't know how many Londons there are. I wonder how many Londons there are. Alrighty. You guys get the idea. Watch that on your own time. Give him the views is the idea. And yeah. All right, so let's kind of move on now. And let's talk about design resources as well. Yeah, it's like we're bombarded with food from Jessica's Instagram, and then ice cream from Andre's short film, and yeah. I say we do a push to have ice cream for breakfast. We already have cake for breakfast, pancakes that is. So hey, why not? All right, let's talk about this. I think this is again, super cool as well. Let me load up all of these because I have so many design briefs, or prompts as they're known. So, yes, Elon about Mark Zuckerberg lost approximately 7 billion yesterday. Yes, off of the backs of people that actually create content. We're the ones that are creating content, by the way, for these platforms. Don't get it twisted. But this is super fun. So there are these design briefs that you can go ahead and check out. This is my favorite one, merely for the logo, called Briefs. And by the way, I've talked about these design briefs before, but I just love this little logo, Briefs. So we tap the button to get the brief. Give me a brief. Design a landing page for your favorite athlete, musician, or general human being. Right? A landing page. That would be super fun. Who would you design a landing page for? I would design a landing page for Tom York, just because I find him fascinating, and I read his whole Wikipedia this morning. So probably Tom York of Radiohead, because why not? All right, that's what I would do. And I like their music. All right. Here we go. We could just hit refresh, design a modal confirmation component for a scheduler app to help early adopters make it pop. So you can see right here, 3, 2, 1. This one is designer size, by the way. Oh, let's switch this to medium. Let's actually switch this to hard. Why not? Designer size. Design an interactive map with geofencing capabilities for a recipe app that bases options off of what you ate that day. To help war reporters. Yeah, that is complex. Yeah, that's Stephen Booth. You are exactly right. One of the greatest discoveries is, as an adult is you could have cake and ice cream every morning, and nobody has to tell you no, except for your darn waistline. What's up with that? It's like, oh, you finally have the means, right, to have cake and ice cream every day, and yes, we don't. Yet we don't. Sharpen design a map interface for a tattoo parlor, and use lots of purple. So some of these, the last couple actually give you sort of design for and, right? So it gets a little bit complex. There's also the daily logo challenge, as you can see. I'm not going to go through all of these. There's also Good Brief. So this is goodbrief.io. So I like that this one, you can jump in and select illustration. Industry will be food, and then we'll hit generate. So Rosebud, company description, job description. You get the idea. Cool. Yeah, so you get the idea. There's so many resources out there. You don't need me to show you all of them. It's super easy to get a hold of. Of course, we have our daily creative challenges as well, so let's not forget about those. We have our own. In fact, today, right after this, we have, shout out to Sam Peterson, who's in chat. It's doing a Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge on perspective match you can do in Photoshop. Vanessa, what's up? Good to see you out there on Facebook. So cool. Alrighty. Now let's take a look at some design from Creative. All right, welcome back. And excuse me. Say hello to probably like, ooh, geez, one of my favorite designers. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Got it pulled up. Again, I just love this. I've shown this artist's work before, but let's take a look, because again, I find it inspiring, right? Simplifying. This is Rafael Serra. We could see his NASA logo, but most importantly, these Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop designs are super cool. Chupa Chups, Disneyland Paris, Fanta, right? He's developed his own unique style, and I'm totally into it as a Illustrator fan. Retro Photoshop. And again, this is just fun art. Sorry about that. I will show that in a second. But also some of this stuff. So My Name is Wendy Studio. They kind of talk about this artifact. It's a product composed of 4 graphic universes in 3D. I like this line. The project also questions the place of 2D design within 3D creation. I'm more like questions the place of 3D creation within 2D design. I'm basically 100% on board with using 3D as a graphic tool, right? And again, fun stuff. You know what this gives me vibes for? It gives me vibes of Adobe Max. That's what this feels like. Feels like Adobe Max branding from, I don't know, it was last year or the year before. But again, super cool stuff. Which is why we have a new, our 3D offering for Creative Cloud. So we'll go into 3D and AR. So these are currently our tools for 3D. Substance 3D Stager, Painter, Designer. We have Arrow as well, and a ton of assets. So we're totally all for this space. What we don't have fully is modeling, 3D modeling. Now Stager will do some of it, but isn't anything like, say, Cinema 4D or anything like that. All right, bubbles. So again, super cool. You guys get the idea. Here's these lovely universes. You can see them all come together. And hopefully this is just inspiring to you. We're here to just kind of get those juices flowing. What's up, Andrew? Good to see you, man. Again, really pretty straightforward. Let's move on. I went to that one. Suspension of Disbelief. Here is by Dan Guys, right? And we could see these characters, often their character is pretty small, or it's really not the main component of this person's layout. It's largely about the atmosphere that's being created, right? Like, look at how cool that is, right? Let's go to the next one. Again, there's a person in here, but the person's not really the main subject. It's really about this whole atmosphere, and there's that person again. Let's go one more. We can see this one. Again, I'm getting Blade Runner vibes from this one as well, right? Yeah, okay, Sean. So yeah, obviously we have plenty of... First of all, you know, when given the chance, shoot from real life. There's no sense in like trying to make something look realistic using 3D if you could just take the photo, right? So anyway, suspension of disbelief. Tell me these aren't beautiful, and I hope you're getting inspired today, huh? That's by Dan Guys. Danguiuz. Geez, I can't spell today, and I apologize. All right. Last one we have, just to inspire you. This is The Introverse by Jeff Afizit from Bangkok. So this is a lot of pen and ink and then colored in Photoshop. But again, you can see that attention to detail right in here. Look at that. So much detail. All right. Look at all that. Load up this one. Oh yeah. So much detail. I don't know why you'd really, I mean, if you could create this digitally initially, you'd have a little bit more flexibility, but man, this stuff is just amazing. So, all right. Very cool. Jeff does amazing work, which is why he's definitely on my radar, and I'm super impressed. Okay, cool. All right, let's kind of move on and talk about one more quick show, which you're aware of, is the Adobe Fonts show. Okay, What I think is cool about this is happening tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., the Adobe Font Show. Make your own font with Delve fonts. Again, I'm looking forward to this, right? Because this is one of those things, everybody thinks they know how to make a font. I'll even be there too. I'm like, yeah, sure, I can make a font. No, you can make a font badly. That's what I say to myself. I can make a font badly, right? But I think it's cool that you can get into how to really, what it takes to really make a font, right? You know, so I think this will be good. That's tomorrow morning with Ari and Ben, and Delve with Rington is the guest. So again, super cool, and that's what's happening tomorrow. All right. Just reading over comments, and gonna jump into some pro tips for you really fast since I have time. Wanted to show you your Creative Cloud desktop app really fast. So we have all apps, our files, but we actually update this on occasion. So make sure that you are just restarting your computer and you'll see this stuff pop up. But now we have this stock and marketplace tab. Okay, so again, this is new. So directly from within your desktop, you can jump out and say, I need an image of a turtle. And you know what? Hey, I want it to be a free image of a turtle, right? Hit enter, right? It'll typically launch the browser and give you all those results, okay? So again, just showing you that we do update this quite regularly, it seems, right? But we have featured photos, illustrations, we have 3D, right? And then we also have libraries. So these are your libraries that you could pick up that you could go ahead and sync to your desktop. So some of you were talking about Kyle's brushes. Hey, they're right here. We can go ahead and sync those. Dan Styles, just taking a look. Brian Yap, oh yeah. Ink textures, ooh, I could totally see me using these ink textures. So add to your libraries, click right there, it gets added. Let's view it in my libraries, which will be under files. Right, let's go back. Hopefully it takes me there. Maybe I clicked too soon. But your libraries, and then ink textures. So I just added it to my library, and sure enough, there it is. I could see these ink textures, something that I'd probably use. So, all right. All right, you guys are chatting away. I'm into it. From there, by the way, I just encourage you, like, you could use Creative Cloud Desktop app, like, yeah, let's just go ahead and resize this. I could take all of these and I can copy these selected items to a different folder, right? Because I would probably put this in my miscellaneous and I'd put it under textures. So I wouldn't have it as a separate library, just put it in my miscellaneous textures folder like that, and then it gets copied over, right? And then, by the way, this is a this has view only access, but I'm following this library. So what this means is they could update this and I'd get more textures sort of in the future. So yeah, I don't know whether they will for this, but you know, I could always like unfollow, right? Since I have those copied over, right? And there you have it. So now it's under miscellaneous. Brushes. I'm sure I have textures down here somewhere as well. So many oh wait, where am I even at? Your library. Jump into miscellaneous. There we go. And then textures is where I put it, right there. So that's what I copied over, and you're good to go. So get those libraries squared away. You get the idea. Just to make you more efficient during the day. Yeah, I don't. By the way, you could add your own stuff in here directly from the desktop. So don't use Photoshop to add assets. Like literally, you could jump out here, grab a PSD. Yeah, it's a skull. You just drop it right in here. Bam. Right? It just dropped in. You guessed it. Yeah, I just dropped a skull in here in my miscellaneous. So use it to organize and move things around. It should save you a lot of time. Thank you, Michelle. You are too kind. Afroja, Jan Eric. Yeah, you find the Creative Cloud Desktop app. Some of you don't check it out. Some of you find it bloated. I don't know. Does it really take up that much room? I don't know. You can make it bloated if you load it full of things. That's kind of how I feel. But thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. Really appreciate you guys. Just kind of leave this with free resources. Let me know if you have questions kind of going forward. And I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Yes, this Friday, masterclasses. It's going to be awesome. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys all very soon. Thanks for joining me. See ya.